Mojang just released a Snapshot 25W31A that will be included as a part of the fall drop. The official Minecraft Instagram page posted this photo along with a caption outlining some of the changes that are in this snapshot. The first change we have here is the introduction of copper chests. We do at each of the 4 oxidation levels. If we match them all up right here, you'll see that they blend in with the other blocks of the same oxidation level. So these work as normal chests. We can also make them double chests. What's interesting here is if we take a higher oxidation level and we mix it with a lower one like this, it does maintain the oxidation level of the lower chest. But then we do get a double chest here. Of course, we can put all these things in there, and these are just regular copper, which means that we can wax them. We have to shift click it in order for it to work on the chests like this, because if we obviously just right click, we're going to open it. And since we can wax them, we can also take the wax off with an axe, and you do not have to do it twice on the double chest. If we use the wax, it does it for the whole thing, and if we take it off, it again applies it to the whole thing. And if you want to go ahead and craft this for yourself here, the recipe is pretty simple. It's just a chest in the middle surrounded by copper ingots, and that will give you 1 copper chest. It does give you the base oxidation level. If you'd like to obtain the other levels, it works just like all other copper blocks where you need to leave it out and it'll age over time. The copper golem is a brand new mob. You summon it similar to a snow golem, iron golem, or wither boss. We can go ahead and place down a piece of copper here and then put a jack-o'-lantern on top of it, and you'll see we get the golem on top with a chest below it, which you can actually open, and that's amazing. We can take an exposed copper block and do the same, and we will maintain that oxidation level, which means it's going to be the same, of course, for the other two, and we don't just have to use a jack-o'-lantern, we can also use a regular carved pumpkin. Oh, hey. There we go. These guys are pretty noisy, but if we just leave them be, they're going to behave like every other copper block, and they are going to oxidize over time. Now, if we want to prevent that, we can, of course, wax them. So I can go like that, and that will maintain whatever level of oxidation it has. But if we let them just go, they are eventually going to turn into a statue. And the statues also have different layers of oxidation, and we again can honeycomb them in order to maintain that, and remove the honeycomb with an axe. And if we go ahead and do it on the far right, this is a statue that is fully oxidized. So then we come back 1 level. Well, sorry, first we take off the wax, then we come back 1 level, then we come back another level, so now we're right here, come back 1 more level, and then actually we can go further than that. There we go. So you'll notice these guys are digging through chests over here, and that is because they have a very odd mechanic. We have all of these copper chests on the left, we have regular chests on the right. Now if I start to put items into these chests, they're going to take them out and they're going to start sorting them over here on the right. Now what's important to understand first off is that they can only grab in stacks of 16, even if I put a full stack in there. And when they sort them, they will not mix and match. So if one of them has put oak logs into this first chest here, and another one is carrying birch logs, they cannot put it into that same chest. They'll have to go find a new one. But if this one contains both oak and birch, then it's okay. So let's go ahead and test this out. Let's put the oak in the first one. Let's put some birch in there. Let's stick the spruce in there and the jungle in there. And let's watch them get to work. So they start to pull items out. You'll see that they come to chests over here. You can see he was holding the oak. Now he's not. That one has a birch. He's going to look in this chest and realize that it's full. So he's going to look for a new one. He's going to come over here and see that that one is available. So it goes by. This guy has birch. There's already birch in here, so it's going to go in there, and they're just getting to work here. So let's see how much is left. We've got half a stack of oak. That means that 2 lots have been grabbed from there. There's 16, so 3 lots have been grabbed, 2 from there, and that one's empty. So all 4 groups have been taken out of here. Hopefully they didn't double up on any of the chests, because if that's the case, then this is going to get a little screwy. Something's not going to be able to get sorted over here. This could be really fun to play with, but we do have the full stack of jungle in this one. We have 3 lots of birch in this one, and that copper golem right there has the last bit of it. Let's watch it kind of filter through and eventually realize that it needs to go into this chest right here. He's making his way over. He's opened it. He says there's birch in here. That's going to go in there. That's awesome. This has 32 oak logs, so the rest of the oak should end up in here. It looks like he's got 1 of them. And did the other one even get grabbed yet? It has not. Okay, but the end one here has all of the spruce. So when one of them makes their way to this chest here, you'll see that that oak is going to disappear. It's holding it now. It says this is the oak chest. It's got to go in there. And there it is. So now we have a fully sorted 4 chests over here. Like I said, these guys are going to be really powerful. Now, like I said earlier, these chests have other items in them, which means that they cannot contain new items. So if I go ahead and put diamonds in here, you'll see that they get grabbed, but this guy's gonna go, oh, can't go in there, and then he's gonna check another chest and just keep going and going and going. So he's gonna keep holding that item until something becomes available. 3 of them have it now. We should see a 4th one take it. All 4 lots are out now. So let's say I want that item back because it's clearly not going into any chest. I can just right click and I get it right back from them. So now those other 3 that do have them, let's go ahead and mix here. We've got spruce in here. Let's put the beginning of the diamonds in there and watch what happens. This guy has diamonds. He says there's diamonds in this chest. We can put those in there. Same thing here. And then this guy that's waiting in line is going to do the same as well. All right, so stepping away from the noisy neighbors, let's talk lightning rods because we have some changes here. These are pretty cool. We, of course, have the classic lightning rod. Looks pretty awesome, but we have some variants now. It's going to go ahead and line up with all of the other copper pairings, which is pretty cool. And since it's copper, you guessed it, we can wax it and we can wax off it. What are those? Those are copper nuggets. And what are they used for, you might ask? Well, we can craft copper ingots. But with copper ingots, we can now craft armor. Chest plate, helmet, boots, and pants. But it doesn't stop there. We can go ahead and make tools from it too. So for instance, there's a pickaxe. There we have our axe and our shovel. And of course, we can make a sword as well. Can't forget the hoe. This still doesn't appear to work though. And we also get this shiny new horse armor if I go ahead and summon a horse right here and go ahead and put that on there. Look at that. That is gorgeous. I absolutely love that teal sort of oxidized copper look on top with the copper on the rest of it. Very, very nice and very appealing on that white horse as well. And when it comes to durability, copper ranks above leather and gold for armor, but less than iron. And for tools, ranks higher than stone, wood, and gold, but again, less than iron. The new tools and armor follow all of the typical proceedings. For instance, if I open a furnace and I attempt to smelt this, it's going to turn into a nugget. Just like that. And if I want to repair it, I can use an ingot. This next feature is one I cannot wait to use in-game for real. We have vertical slabs. Shelves. These things are cool. They come in every variant and they can be crafted using 6 stripped logs across the top and bottom rows to produce 6 shelves. And these things are cool. They actually function. I can go ahead and take the mace out of here and now it's in my inventory. Or I can put it back, and because I'm in creative mode, it stays in my inventory, but obviously in survival mode, that would go away. And if I go ahead and power this thing, I can come over here, you'll see that the texture changes. Before it was 3 separate slots, now it's 1 big slot that contains everything, and if I click on it, I get all 3 back. And then if I click on it again, all 3 go back in. And if I have 2 of the same shelf next to each other, and they're both powered, we get 1 mega shelf, and I can take all 6 items. Or all 9. There's a couple other small changes, such as this disabled in peaceful tag down here at the bottom when the game mode is set to peaceful, saying that this egg will not work. You see it just blips away because we are in peaceful mode. The F3 screen has been shifted around a bit and made a lot simpler, so it's not so in your face all over the screen. I have used the Better F3 mod for quite some time to make the screen simpler, as well as add some colors and some animations, which aren't present yet, but this is at least a step in the right direction to making the vanilla screen quite a bit better. And spawn chunks have finally been sunset. They are now officially a thing of the past, and we are instead encouraged to use the /force load command, which actually has been in the game for a bit, and I have used it to modify how big I actually want my quote-unquote spawn chunks to be, but this is what is encouraged to be used now. Of course, there are a slew of technical changes with this snapshot as well, and if you'd like to read through all of those, you can do so by clicking on the link to the blog post down in the description box down below. But anyway, hopefully you all have enjoyed. Go ahead and subscribe for more, and I'll see y'all next time.